Welcome to Tales from the Crypt Season 3, Bigger, Badder, and Stickier. By joining us today, you have been officially upgraded to Crit Cat status. So welcome to the club. Tales from the Crypt is an actual play podcast where we focus on smaller story arcs from some of your favorite RPGs, as well as some of the less known or obscure ones. We also play some highly narrative tabletop board games and also some micro RPGs. All of those feature a revolving cast of players, so you're going to see a lot of variety there. And as always, I am your host and your crit keeper, Riley Groves. We're so glad to have you here with us today. Now let's get into the episode. Content warnings can be found in the description.
All right, I'm going to go for another Super Pal punch.
Okay.
18.
Yeah.
And it's a normal, so it's going to be 6 total.
Rock Pet throws a Super Pal punch and knocks this Jersbird out of the air. And all three of these bugs are now laying either knocked out or dead on the ground.
Awesome.
You're going to take 24 experience for that.
Wow.
For fighting all three.
Nice. Yeah, it's so funny. I get experience by catching Pokemon, so these obviously would have been the 3 to try and catch because they're nothing. But then also, it's $50 for a Pal Trap. I'm not catching it. Like, it's tricky. The resource management aspect definitely makes it challenging.
Good. I'm glad that there is challenging because those weren't challenging to fight because your stats were just much better than them. You continue to sit here with Rock Pet just chilling out next to you, its eyes just googling around. That's the only way you can actually tell if Rock Pet's awake, alive, or conscious, is to watch its googly eyes just kind of meander around, looking in different directions at all times. And you don't hear a single other ruffle, leaf, nothing kind of move in here.
All right, I'm going to continue on to Zone 4.
All right. You continue on down the path, moving into a new section. And this section is quite a bit more eerily quiet, I'd say. A lot further away from the campsite. There's no more, you can't hear any boom boxes. You can't hear kids screaming, anything like that. It's pretty far down the path. You're pretty secluded here. And as you're standing in the clearing, you hear a strange flapping noise. And suddenly behind you, there is a very strange looking pal, which upon further inspection, you realize that it's not a pal, but a regular ass pigeon. And upon further inspection, you see that it has a note tied to its foot.
Lesnar hits full crouch.
The pigeon continues to stare at you, like it's directly behind you.
I'm gonna slowly reach out toward this parchment.
Okay. It's almost as if this pigeon knows that it's supposed to be delivering a message.
I received a mysterious note. Please help us. A rogue pal has attacked our village. The path is through the woods to the east. If you are in the northeast corner of the loop, please hurry. To the east, if you are in the northeast. Okay. I'm going to turn around.
Okay.
And I'm going to run back through 2, through 1, over to 3.
All right, you run into section 3, which is pretty close to the campground, actually. It was the opposite direction in section 1 that you could have went. And when you get in here, you encounter a pretty young teenage boy, probably about the same age as you were when you left your mother's side. And he is bullying a much younger kid from the campground here.
I reread my note, and I look at the 2 individuals. And then I just walk right past the one that's doing the bullying to the one who's being bullied. Where is everyone?
She just sobs, and she seems like she's completely too young to be in this situation.
Where's the rest of the people in this village that need help?
She points to the campground.
The campground I came from?
That's where she's pointing.
I'm gonna very slowly, menacingly look at the bully child. Where are all the people?
He turns his attention towards you. Do you want to fight? I beat up this kid. I could certainly beat up you.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna throw rock pet at him.
He, at the same simultaneously, throws out his own rock pet.
Ooh. Well, this doesn't have boxing gloves that give him the super pal punch move, so take that, child.
His certainly does not have the same boxing gloves as yours. What's your agility for rock pet?
6.
All right, yours does go first.
Oh, that was a pretty close call. 19.
Yeah, 19 definitely beats his rock pet's defense.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, all attributes and accuracy return to normal after a battle, just the HP that doesn't.
That's correct, yes.
And so these moves would go back up to the normal?
No, the number of uses remains as well. So those don't reset until you manually reset them with an item or with getting healed.
Okay. All right. I'm a super pal punch.
All right.
Oh, wait. Psychic rock. What beats psychic? Plant. I don't have any plants.
Normal also beats psychic.
Oh, sick. Well, this is normal.
And rock pet is a psychic and rock type.
So normal. Oh, no, not normal. Sorry. I'm staring at D10s here. Oh, yeah. 7.
So 7 doubled. You do 14 damage to his rock pet, knocking it out immediately. One shot the rock.
Yeah, who wants to bully who now, you little jerk? Get out of here.
And you gain 12 XP from that.
Nice.
He runs along down the path back to the campground. He's crying, and the little girl that he was bullying also runs down the path back to the campground as well after him.
Go kick his ass. And then
she turns back. Thank you, mister.
You got it, kid.
And now you're in this clearing alone, where you can search for other pals and items still, or continue on your way.
Is there any like tall grass or shrubbery?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit in some tall grass and crank my box.
All right. Cool. Go ahead, get in that tall grass, crank your box, and roll me a d20.
God damn it, a 4.
This time you're sitting there and you're waiting and nothing shows up.
Okay.
You can still search for items here also if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up into a crouch and start searching for some items.
All right.
Which is a D20?
It is a D20, yep.
Nat 20.
Awesome. All right. Go ahead and roll me a D10, please.
6. I got this lovely set of copper dice from, I believe, a Thanksmith. And I don't use them very often because of how loud they are. But when it's a game where you're constantly rolling dice, we'll see how it sounds. I feel like it could be really cool to suddenly have a very loud, just... Yeah, that was definitely a dice roll right there.
Yeah. On a 20, you come across 2 things, actually. So without looking, please choose one of these 4 items.
All right.
And you found a needle full of steroids, it seems. And you also found an entire bucket of wings.
Oh, the infamous bucket of wings. I haven't had this since that childhood adventure. These are rare.
They are pretty rare, so that'll give you a level up for any of your pals.
I like my wings like I like my steak. Rare.
Gross.
Salmonella doesn't exist in this universe.
True.
Or it does, and that's why they have such short lifespans.
They just haven't figured out you just need to cook your chicken.
They don't know what diseases at all. They know all about healing pals, but they don't know how to heal their own bodies.
They've never focused on personal health at all.
No, it's not a thing. There's no such thing as hygiene.
Awesome. All right. That's pretty much all that there's got going on here in this section.
I am going to move up to section 5.
All right. As you move into section 5, it is, you can tell that there is something different here as the air seems to have changed. There's an acrid scent of smoke lingering. And as you stand here sniffing, the ground begins to shake. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
D20?
2d20 for you because you're sneaky.
I am. Good. I got a 16 and a 3.
All right. The 16's good enough. You find a spot to hide as you hear something pretty immense coming your way. And in this clearing, you see just a massive pal moving through. It looks almost like a woolly mammoth, and it's got huge tusks, and it knocks over some trees. It lets out a loud roar, sensing that something's around, but it doesn't pick up on you at all, and it goes stomping off to the north, directly to the north, and out of this section.
Oh, I would like to follow it.
Okay.
And crank that box.
All right. You run down the path after it and begin to crank your music box. Mm-hmm. It's moving pretty fast. And as you're cranking the box and running, can you roll me a D12?
11.
Okay. You realize it's getting really pretty late. And as you're running through the woods, off to your right, quite a ways down, your eye gets caught by some flickering lights, quite a few that don't lead back the way you came or to the loop, but they're pretty distracting, and you can see that there's probably there is something on fire off to your right, maybe a number of things.
I'm going to slow my roll, go to more of a crouch, put the music box away, and try to sneakily approach whatever is happening over here with the fire. I guess with the idea that I would be putting fire out, but you never know.
As you get closer and closer to the fire, you can see and smell that this is definitely where the smoke is coming from. And you suddenly come across a clearing that definitely isn't on the map, wasn't part of the loop at all, and you can intuit that it is probably from where you got the note from. There are several buildings here that have been attacked or on fire.
Oh, no.
There is quite a few roofs that have been torn off. There's a lot of small houses here. It looks like a pretty secluded little village, and a lot of the larger buildings have been destroyed.
I can't believe that kid would set a whole village on fire and then pick on a small girl. Oh, I'm going to talk to him when I get back to the campground. Oh my gosh, terminating the village. Burninating the village.
Yeah, it looks like there's a significant amount of damage. You don't see anybody hanging around outside.
Okay. I am going to use the phone there to call in the drone to swap out and get my my water type back. I'm going to send my fire type, the lava mander, to the cloud.
You got it. It doesn't take long before those are switched out.
Okay. And then, oh man, it's down to a 6. Does the health go up if I level up a pal?
It does.
Goes back to normal or whatever?
We'll say that, sure. I'm cool with that.
All right, I'm going to use the bucket O-wings
Okay.
on the Brad pole.
All right. So that brings it to level 11.
Level 11.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. What happens at 11 again?
So big changes happen at 10 typically, but because you're leveling up at level 11, you're going to gain 2 HP to your max. You're also going to gain +1 attribute to whichever one you want to put that point in.
Oh, we know it's going to defense. We're going to bump that 9 to a 10.
There we go.
That's been terrible.
And most of its attacks, it shouldn't have anything that's rolling a D4 anymore anyways, right? I think I said it as
no, D10.
Yeah. So it already got its Beef Boy upgrade.
D8, yeah.
Cool. So you are fully stacked. So who do you have in your party right now? Rockpet, Bradpole, Shockjaw,
and the Grimace guy.
Oh, that's right. The
Gravarius. Okay. I am going to start sneaking to the bakery.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have Bradpole use water bazooka on the building to try to put the fire out.
Awesome. You do that. You don't really have to roll for those things. It's just a building. Bradpole's got plenty of water inside, and you actually managed to douse the bakery. It's still smoldering. There's still a lot of smoke coming off it, but you did actively stop the fire here. Most of the bakery, the breads and stuff have all been burnt up inside there, but you've managed to stop any other damage to the building. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
18.
In the bakery, you managed to grab one burnt bread chunk, and you're like, man, I think I could use this for something.
Oh, a burnt piece of bread. I'm going to grab that. I mean, I did put the fire out. Wow. Very cool. Am I allowed to share it or just when people will learn when I use it?
People will learn. So it's a one-time use. You're just going to feed it to them, and the next time they're going to take half damage from the next fire attack they get, or they is used against them.
That is very cool. All right. So we put the fire out at the bakery. I see that there are still flames at the meeting house. So Bradpole and I are going to carefully make our way over to the meeting house. Try to use some more water bazooka to put that out. Right on.
As you're putting that out, over the noises of Bradpole's water bazooka, you actually hear what you think is somebody inside. They're not really yelling, but they are definitely trying to get your attention.
Do I see anyone through the windows, or it's like, this definitely seems like a situation I've got to go inside?
Yeah, you can see somebody through the window. They're like waving their arms pretty frantically, trying to get your attention.
Okay.
And not make too much noise.
Okay. I crouch run to the person waving their arms.
All right. He pops out, or he opens the window as Bradpole continues to put out the water. He's like, hey, kid.
Oh, no, sir. Not a kid.
Oh, hey, man, come over.
Why are you hiding in a building that's on fire?
Well, that half was on fire. This half wasn't. Thank you for putting the rest out. I'm very scared and don't know where to go.
Well,
the whole town's being attacked. There's a rampaging pal here.
Oh, well, why haven't you all used your pals to fight the single pal?
We don't have any pals here.
You don't have any pals
We're
here?
pacifists. We're pacifists.
I'm sorry, I'm not really religious. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, we're pretty much against the use of pals to promote violence, and we feel like they should have their own say. And since we haven't figured out how to tax them yet, no representation without it. So we're just farmers mostly.
Okay. And what do you want me to do exactly? Or are you just telling me you're scared?
I'm scared. We could use some help. We think it's in the barn.
Well, I'm not going to fight a pal if you guys aren't going to fight a pal.
It's going to eat all of our livestock.
Well, what am I supposed to use to fight this pal?
You can use them.
No, you just explained to me your whole religion. I think I would be offending you if I was to use a pal.
It's not an offense to us. Look at what it did to our town.
Well, I mean, it kind of seems like your own fault. If you had some pals hanging around, you could have defended your village.
Lesson learned. We're just trying something new here.
All right.
My name's middle-aged Greg. My name's middle-aged Greg.
All right,
I'm the leader of this town. So far, we've had years of peace. This hasn't happened before.
Well, does it seem intentional? Have you been having any inner conflicts in your community?
No. We've been doing good. We've been having a nice communal, time. We've been doing good as a community for quite some time.
Well, you've been doing really good at staying off the map. Literally, you guys aren't on the map. If you weren't on fire, I wouldn't have even known you were here.
That's the point, yeah.
Oh.
See, my dad opened that campground a long time ago.
Oh.
Real long time ago.
Was he old age Greg?
He was old. Yeah, he was old Greg.
Oh, he was. Yeah, of course he was.
Yeah.
And you're middle-aged Greg.
I'm middle-aged Greg.
This checks out now. It's all starting to make sense.
There's little Greg too, but he's not related.
He wouldn't happen to pick on smaller girls, would he?
No.
That's good.
No. Little Greg's a good guy.
All right, because I definitely quickly beat some child who was beating a smaller child, and I think the one in the middle there learned their lesson.
Oh, so you really aren't into the pacifist thing. You're just beating up children, too. You might be just the guy we're looking for.
All right. How big is this pal?
It was huge.
Like as tall as that bell tower over there?
No.
As tall as this meeting house?
It was, probably.
Oh.
It's pretty big. None of us got a very good look at it. It was spewing fire and eating houses. I think some of the I'm afraid some of the children, Meek and Mill, are still over in a different building.
Well, do I need to go help them? That seems more important than defeating a pal. Is if you guys aren't going to help your own, then I should probably do that.
If you could at least distract it, maybe we could go save it. A lot of us are afraid to come out right now.
All right. Well, you shouldn't be afraid of your choices. But if I give you a pal now, are you willing to walk away from your pacifism in order to help save your village?
I can try. I've never used one.
It's super easy. You pretty much just say please, and they help you right out.
All right.
Okay. This little guy has been with me since the beginning, so I'll let you use my buddy, Rock Pet. Super trustworthy. Strong guy. Not very fast. Can't see where he's going. You see the eyes. He has a hard time with depth perception, but he's a really good guy. We're going to go and we're going to defeat this pal together, middle-aged Greg. Greg.
Yeah.
Middle-aged Greg.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, there is a middle-aged Craig, too.
All right. And then I just reach right through, grab him under the arms, and just pull it out through the window.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for putting out the bakery, too.
All right. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Not a problem. I'm trying to help as much as I can. But you have to help me a little bit here. I can't do all of this heavy lifting myself. Now let's go find this fire-breathing pal and help save your village.
You want me to come with you?
Yes, middle-aged Greg. That's the whole point. That's why I gave you the pal, so you could come with me. We're going to fight together. It's going to be like Crackman and Throbbing. It's going to be amazing. Dynamic duo.
All right. He begins to run next to you. Rockpet gets in his way naturally, as Rockpet does, and he trips over him the first time, and he gets up. This thing is strong.
Yeah, it's a big rock, man.
It is. It's quite large for a rock.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen really do anything to it lately was mosquitoes, which was kind of surprising. But they got tiny little needles.
All right.
Needles?
Needle noses, yeah.
Noses.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you want to call them.
I'm just like, I'm like, what are those called? Have I ever specified? It's just like the mosquito's biting me. I'm never like, its thing is inside of me.
It's nose eggplants inside of me.
Yeah, I was never getting bit by mosquitoes and be like, Mom, they're inside of me.
Inside of me. All right, you and middle-aged Greg go running, and as you pass one of the buildings, he knocks on a window quick, and another man opens the window. He says, "Little Greg, you gotta go see if Meek and Miller are in the farm store. We're gonna go fight. I'm gonna fight." And little Greg, who is both larger and seemingly older than middle-aged Greg. Middle-aged Greg, we're not supposed to fight. That's the whole purpose of this place. And he goes, "Yeah, but I've got a rock." And then middle-aged Greg continues to run next to your side.
Perfect. I was about to slap little Greg. All right. So where was this monster again?
I think it's in the barn.
All right. Let's get to that barn. Crouch running the entire time.
You crouch run in. Middle-aged Greg is trying to do the same thing next to you.
You gotta bend your knees, middle-aged Greg.
Oh, I was just trying to like bend at the hips.
No, you gotta bend your knees.
I was wondering why you weren't on all fours when you were doing it like me.
No, that was weird, especially the fact you weren't bending your knees when you were on all fours. That just doesn't seem efficient.
I felt like something was wrong.
You're not going to be as fast as if it was a full-out run, but you're going to have the ability to keep your footsteps quiet while still moving at a faster pace than, let's say, sneaking, walking. We are sneaking.
Or sneak walking. That would be a good term for this.
Some people call it snorking.
Oh, awesome. I think I've seen that in an encyclopedia. As you guys are having this conversation, you get to the communal barn, and peering in the windows, you see that the doors are just ajar at the front of the building, and you can hear a very large pal, and you can hear a bunch of farm animals inside, and it sounds like they're scared, but maybe stuck, and you hear crunching and just a cacophony of other noises that you would expect to hear.
If the doors are ajar, it means there's either a giant pal that is intelligent, a small pal that fit through the barely open doors, or giant doors on the communal barn.
There are huge doors on the communal barn.
Okay.
Not so big, but it does seem like maybe they were opened and like have swung shut. They don't seem like it doesn't seem like somebody has purposefully left it.
In my imagination, I pictured two barn doors sliding on rollers in opposite ways. You would have to pull them shut. But
these are hinged doors. Yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay, wait. All right, middle-aged Greg, we got to approach carefully and quietly. Is there another way into this building?
This is pretty much the only one.
Perfect. We'll have it cornered. All right, I'm going to rip open this door on the right. You open that door on the left on the count of 3, and then we throw our pals in. When you do this, you should put Rock Pet back into the pal trap. The pal trap is a lot easier to throw than physically throwing Rock Pet. He's gotten quite large over the time that I've had him.
All right. I think I got it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go, Bradpole.
All right. And you bust open the doors, throwing your pals, and standing in the middle of this barn, munching on a sheep, is a large, almost dinosaur-like pal. And you can see it's got some strange iridescent glowing mushrooms sticking out of its back.
Ooh.
And it's got a large number of spikes going from its tail up to the top of its head. Its fangs are very, very large, and it has large clawed hands. And you turn around and you actually do sneak up on it. So I'm going to give you guys an additional round.
Am I close enough to Rock Pet where I can simultaneously steroid needles in each hand stab both pals?
Would you like to do that on your bonus round?
Whatever. Yeah, the first round to kick us off.
All right. Yeah, you can do that, and then we'll just call it a normal round after that.
Yeah, first turn, stabbing steroids.
All right. So that makes Rock Pet's strength a 16, right? It is an increase of 4 or
5.
5. All right. 17 for Rock Pet.
Strength for one battle increases by 5.
That's going to be immensely helpful.
I wish I had something to help with the defense. I don't. This poor little guy's buff as shit, but cannot defend itself.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fire type, I'm assuming?
This is a fire and plant type.
Ooh, and plant. Okay. I'm going to use Water Bazooka with Bradpole.
All right, hold on. We got to go over agility first. Oh, wait. Yeah, actually, we'll go to Jersey because your first round was stabbing with steroids. So what is Bradpole's agility?
12.
All right, you're going to go second. This Cordytops is going to go first.
Cordytops?
Cordytops.
Cordytops. D or T?
Corditops.
Nice.
Okay, does a 19 beat your Bradpole's strength?
Oh, it is a 19.
It is a 19?
Mm-hmm.
Tie always hits. All right. This Cordytops casts Sporegasm, and you begin to see the mushrooms on its back pulsate, and the entire room begins to fill up with these spores that are sparkling and causing both Rockpet and Bradpole to begin to cough, and they each take 1d6 damage. So they're only going to take 4 damage.
Okay.
And then it is Bradpole's turn.
Bradpole's going for Water Bazooka. 12 plus 19.
Definitely it.
Yeah, that's going to be 31. And we got a D10. Four. But it's a water type, a water attack, so it's going to be 8.
Yep. All right. And then it is Rockpet's turn. Rockpet attacks for a 28, which definitely hits. And he's going to do his own Super Pal Punch.
Nice.
Doing 10 damage.
Hell yeah. Way to go, Rockpet.
The Cordytops, having taken some pretty good damage already, takes a step back, and you see a giant flame begin to emanate from its stomach, and out of its mouth, it launches a gigantic fireball. Does a 19 beat your defense?
Yes.
Okay. It hits Bradpole for a 17.
Oh, no. Okay.
And it is Bradpole's turn.
Going to... I can use Water Bazooka again. 24?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice. That's a 7, so that's 14 water damage.
Yeah, good amount of damage there. Middle-aged Greg commands Rockpet, rock toss. However, it does turn out that because Rockpet is a level 11 and middle-aged Greg isn't even a trainer, Rockpet doesn't listen to him.
Ugh.
And Rockpet hurts itself in confusion.
Rockpet, he's a good guy. You gotta listen to him. We gotta save the people in this village.
Rockpet's eyes just like kind of Google around as it sits there. Its classic derpy smile and its boxing gloves just kind of hanging out next to it. But like for a moment, it's just like punching itself in the face, and it's in your mind because it's psychic. It says, "Stop hitting myself! Stop hitting myself! Stop hitting myself!" And then finally, it does stop hitting itself, and it returns to the Cordytops' turn. And something strange begins to happen. The sun is now fully down behind you, and as the last beams of sunlight go down behind the trees, the Cordytops' skin begins to go from a orangish red to a deep black. And it almost looks like there's some open wounds on its body, and its eyes begin to glow green instead. And before you know it, this Cordytops is now completely changed in its appearance. And no more does it have the red glowing ember of fire coming from its chest, but a weird green flame emanating from its mouth.
Something that might look magic.
Psychic would be its new type.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Psychic plant. It is still a plant. The mushrooms are now glowing a different color, where before they were red and white, they are now green and white.
Okay. Was that its turn, or now it's good?
Oh no, sorry. Now it's got a turn.
No.
It just missed getting a crit as it rushes towards Rock Pet, doing a rushing rampage, and he rushes at Rock Pet, grabbing him in his jaws, shaking him around, tossing him up, and then grabbing him again and shaking him in his mouth before tossing him to the ground. Rock Pet is really pretty beat up here, but is still in the fight, and it is Bradpole's turn.
All right, Bradpole is he's going for another water bazooka. I think it's too late to have done the charge attack. Should have. 21.
21 does beat the Quartertop's defense.
Roll a d10. 5, so 10 water. Right, still fire. It's a fire psychic?
Nope, psychic plant.
Psychic plant. Oh no, only 5 damage.
Still a good amount of damage, honestly. With a 28, Rock Pal is going to launch forward, trying to do another Super Pal punch. Oh, poor Super Pal. Poor Rock Pet. Only lands 2 damage, seemingly still a little thrown off guard from recent events. Having a new owner, so to speak, at the moment, and then getting tossed around seems to have Rock Pet a little shook. Does a 31 beat Bradpole's defense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeez Louise.
Luckily, it only does 4 psychic damage.
Oh, all right.
As up from its chest, similar to when it shot a fireball out, you see like this black smoke-filled ball of negative aura coming out of, and it just launches it similar to how it would a fireball, and its eyes glow this smoky green as Bradpole takes this Psyball straight to the face.
Oh. Stay in there, Bradpole. You'll get him on the ropes.
All right. And it is Bradpole's turn.
I'm going to bring Bradpole in and throw out Gregarious.
Oh, all right.
Bug type, which has a strength against plant types.
Hell yeah, it does, because bugs eat plants. So it's still Grevarious's turn. Right? Bradpole didn't go. Mm-hmm. So it is Grevarious's turn.
Awesome. I'm going to go to attack with Gregarious. I would like to do the 4 scythes of damage. Death. 4 scythes of death.
You're going to roll 4 attacks. You have to roll for each attack.
Okay.
All right.
So we got a 25 and a 17.
Both of the 25 hits, the 17 does not.
Okay. And then a 21 and an 18.
All right. So you're going to roll damage 3 times. That's 3 hits.
All right. And this will be 3d6. So a 1, a 2, a 4, so 7.
All right.
And then a 14 because it is, I'm assuming, well, actually it doesn't say, but it is a bug, but it doesn't say it's a bug attack.
Oh, does it not have a type?
Right, yeah. The pinch says it's a normal attack. The other 3 don't actually. They got 2 special attacks and a regular attack. If it's the 4 scythes of death, I would assume it's a bug.
Yeah. So that's 14.
14, and I'll add bug in here.
All right. Yeah, please do. That should be a bug type.
Ooh, low HP for such strong attributes.
And then it's Rockpet's turn. Rockpet goes for a rock toss, throwing himself, hucking himself across the room. Rockpet lands a solid 2 damage into the Quartertops and rolls back in front of middle-aged Greg.
Way to go, Rock Pet. Hit him from the top rope. I don't think that's how boxing works.
I don't think so. Is a 27 enough to beat your, or
Yes.
25 enough to beat your strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 25 is insane.
Both Rock Pet and Gravarius are going to suffer a -2 to their strength
Ooh.
as these mushrooms glow once again, and the quarter top shakes, filling the entire room with some green glowing spores.
I regret sharing my other steroid needle.
It is the Gravarius' turn.
All right. Well, jeez. Going for a pinch attack, which is a normal attack. Ooh. Nope, that's only a 13.
A 13 is not enough to hit this Cordytops. We'll see what Rockbat can do. Rockbat rolls a 20 to hit,
All right.
and he's going to huck himself once again because he is out of Super Pal punches. Rockbat only manages to do 1 damage to the Cordytops, who then roars loudly and rushes your Gravarius for a 25.
Doing 25 damage?
No. 25 to hit.
Yeah. My highest, I got a 14 defense.
For a total of 13 damage.
Nice. All right. Coming in with a pinch attack.
All right.
19.
19 hits.
Ooh, all right. And 1d6. 5.
5. You hit this Cordytops, and it goes reeling backwards and hits the back wall and kind of slumps down, and its little arms are reaching towards the ground, trying to prop it back up and get it on its feet. It is pretty much on its last legs.
I have to wait till my next turn to throw a trap, though, right?
You're Rockpat's owner, technically, so I will give you a shot to do it. And instead of Rockpat, you could act like middle-aged Greg. You can act for him because he doesn't exactly know what's going on.
All right, middle-aged Greg, I'm going to step in here. We're going to try to catch this bad boy so he can't deal any more damage to your village. I'm going to throw a better pal trap, which is 2d20s versus the pal's strength and HP, which is I got a 9. Get out of town. And a 9. I got 18.
The trap hits the Cordytops, and it shakes once, it shakes twice, and then the Cordytops breaks free of it. Its eyes back to being this glowing green, and for a 34, it shoots another Cyball at Gravarius.
All right. Oh, this could be a complete turnaround on what is going on.
He hits for 16 damage.
Boom, Gravarius goes to sleep.
Gravarius returns to its pal trap, and middle-aged Greg, not knowing what's going on, starts to scream, "Oh my god!"
It's fine, middle-aged Greg. We might be in some trouble here.
You can toss out another pal.
I'm going to throw Bradpole, get back out there.
All right, Bradpole returns to the field.
All right.
Do you have any more better pal traps?
I have one.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to throw another better pal trap.
Let's see it.
Hey, 20. Not natural. I got a 12 and an 8. But
all right.
That's 20. Barely. Snaked by.
This pal trap hits the Cordytops, and it shakes once, it shakes twice, and then seals itself shut.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the Cordytops, which is a level 20 pal.
Wow.
So
It's not going to listen to me for shit.
not until you get a second badge at this point, but it is yours. You will see that there is a daytime and a nighttime side. I did not draw the picture twice. I also didn't write the same moves on both sides. They're just on the one side, so you'll just have to flip it over. But these special attacks for each, when it's on fire mode or psychic mode, are written out on each side. So that is yours. And the
Cool.
Cordotops sits in its better pal trap and then returns up into the cloud.
Oh, Rock Pet, get over here.
Rock Pet is pretty damaged, but he returns to his pal trap and back to your side. Middle-aged Greg looks around. Oh my god, we did it.
We did, middle-aged Greg. I'm proud of you for stepping up and defending your home.
You helped save our town, our little village.
It was the least I could do as a casual hiker who was in the wrong place at the right time.
I'm glad you were. Did you get our message? Is that how you found us?
I mean, I got a message from a pigeon about someone needing my help, but I helped them already. I helped the girl out, I beat up the boy, and then I found you when I was chasing a giant woolly mammoth.
That was our message on Plidgy, the pigeon.
Oh, I don't know
who this kid is.
Yeah, I don't know, but he was causing a whole heap of trouble. But I took care of it. We should go make sure those children are okay, or wherever young Greg was going.
Absolutely. And you guys leave the barn, and the town is still pretty empty. And middle-aged Greg leads you back over to little Greg's house. And Meek and Mill, there's 2 children inside there. And he says, I got him. I got him.
Oh, you don't have to whisper anymore, buddy. I got rid of the beast.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's up in the cloud now.
And little Greg leaves, comes outside. Meek and Mill are playing as well, and they're running around, beginning to tell the rest of the town, and slowly people are coming out of their houses.
Now, kids, before you go anywhere, make sure you tell them what a great job middle-aged Greg did at battling a pal with another pal.
They stop and look, and that's against the core tenets.
Well, if you didn't go against your core tenets, then there wouldn't be any village left to uphold those core tenets. I suggest a revote.
Middle-aged Greg said, no, children, just tell them that this fine gentleman helped us out and saved the town. I did no battling. I was just there. I fell over a rock. That's all that happened. It was all him.
Well, it wasn't.
The townsfolk begin to encircle you, and one by one coming up and shaking your hand. And finally, a very old person comes. He says, I'm old Greg. And he reaches out his hand, and his skin is like this weird greenish blue. His hair is really disheveled. He smells kind of like seaweed.
Oh. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. I think I met the man that came out of your loins.
Middle-aged Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my son.
One heck of a man there, sir. You raised a strong fighter.
Fighter? I hardly know her.
Oh, that's a good one, old Greg.
I can't thank you enough for saving our village.
I just happened to be in the wrong place at the right time.
Story of my life, old friend. Now, how can we repay you? I see you're a pretty good pal trainer.
I do my best, but really, I'll just, if I could get just handshake is enough. I don't need payment. I was just doing what anyone would have done in this situation.
Well, I'll do you one better. Do you have a map handy?
I do.
Here, let me see it. I'm going to mark something down for you. And he draws an X right in the middle of the loop, of the snack and nap campground loop. And he goes, no one ever decided to look in the middle of the loop ever for the mythical pal. But that's where I've always seen her. You should go take a look there, Sonny.
What are you saying, old Greg?
I'm saying that there really is a mythical pal that hangs out around here.
And you're saying it's been circled the entire time and no one realized it?
Yeah, no one's ever cut through from one path to another. This is a very touristy place. I realized really early on if I just made some paths, people just stick to them.
Well, that's what a path is for. Oh, I get it. You're a very wise man, old Greg.
I know.
Well, thank you. I will go into the middle of the circle and crank my box.
Oh, yeah, don't use those. That drives large pals wild. Like, it drives them off. Those things are terrible. They're a dime a dozen down at the snack shack.
No, they're not. They're $200.
200?
200.
That's what they're marking those up for?
That's what I paid.
I got 10,000 of them made for a nickel back in 19 something.
Back in 19.
Back in 19.
I remember 19.
Yes.
No, I don't. I was a child. But wasn't even born.
Probably not. I'm significantly older than you. It's now 50 something at least.
Wow. Well, thanks, old Greg. I'm going to journey onto that circle, and then I'm going to go back to that snack shack. I'm probably going to burn it down.
Oh, don't burn the snack shack down. My nephew works there.
Well, your nephew's that one that charged me $200.
Yeah, entrepreneurial sort, yes.
All right, old Greg. I'll see you later.
All right. Here, I found this in the hay, too. And he hands you back an improved, or your better pal trap.
Oh, thanks, old Greg. Appreciate that.
And you leave this village?
I'm going to leave the village. Is there a moon out?
There is. Big and bright.
Then I'm
easy to walk by.
We're heading to the middle of the trail. Well, the middle of this. Yeah,
the center of the trail circle. Yeah. As you're walking through, it's pretty densely wooded, honestly, and as you're climbing over some small hills and around some thick trees, right in the middle is a glowing pool of water, and laying on the edge of the embankment is what looks like almost a horse, except for its head has two horns sticking out of it, not stacked on top of each other, not to the side like a cow. They're kind of offset, one right between the center of its eyes on its head like a unicorn, and the other kind of like just 2.5 inches down and to the left a little bit from that. You're not sure why. It looks weird. But upon seeing you, it actually stands up, and its legs are incredibly skinny compared to the rest of its body. And it has 2 tails. And it comes walking up to you and begins sniffing your pockets.
Oh, well, I'm going to hand it some rancid food.
It eats it happily, but then begins to choke.
Its strength goes down by 3.
It does.
It starts to choke.
Yep.
Oh, I slap it on the back.
It hooks up
there, Fred.
The rancid food. And it looks at you very, like, with a wide, eerily weird horse grin. Like a human mouth smile comes across its creepy horse face.
Well, I don't like that. Oh boy, what do I have that I can do?
It begins to nudge in your pockets a little bit more, and its nose actually hits your better pal trap, and it gets sucked inside, and suddenly your pocket begins to vibrate. Once, twice. Give me a D20 roll.
Nat 20.
Fuck out of here. And a third time, and your pocket stops moving. And that's where we're going to end this adventure. All right, I'm going to give you this level 20 sparkly. So this is a special edition.
Oh,
Bicorn.
It really is a special edition. A binicorn. Does poop come out from under both of its tails?
Just everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere.
Like so much poop.
Dang, nice.
Good job on your adventuring. You got to now like mythical level pals at level 20. Didn't really expect you to be able to catch either of them. So great job there.
You know, thank you. Yeah, I decided to try and fudge the system a little bit by making middle-aged Greg assist me in that battle.
I love that. That was really cool. And that's, part of the inventive ways you can play TTRPGs, and especially we'll call them pals. It's really, player driven. You want cool things to happen. Who am I to say that it doesn't? So
awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for playing, Tim. I hope you had a good time.
Oh, a blast as always. I love this game. It's very fun.
Awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of pals that you didn't get to see, which is unfortunate, but maybe we'll see them next time.
Maybe next time we'll actually get some rough cards printed out with some.
So full transparency, I did get actual images made of several of them, like professionally done I hired somebody on Fiverr, so I have professional images of Bog Frog, Furl, Peckett.
Oh wow.
Rock Pet. Actually, this one I probably could have done myself. Quite frankly, I feel like that guy. He earned every dollar, but it wasn't a hard dollar to earn on Rock Pet. But he nailed it, and Buzziel. So I did get like several of them made. So there might be cards next time we come across this adventure. And I'm pretty excited for that.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Fuck yeah. So thank you for coming in and doing this intermediary episode until we get back to Wendy's Feast of Legends. And yeah, I think we'll play again in the future.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I can't wait.
All right. And until then, we will see you next Tuesday. That's it for today's episode. We hope you've enjoyed listening as much as we've enjoyed playing. If you have, go run and tell all your friends so that we can turn as many people into Crit Cats as possible. Tales from the Crit is a Wolfbeard Games audio podcast, and if you like us, please subscribe and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts, and head on over to our Instagram page and our YouTube channel. Both of those are at Tales from the Crit Podcast. All right, bye-bye.
Miller High Life. One of the few beers where I'm just like 50% of the time it just starts, I pop it, like I crack it and just immediately just foam.
Yeah.
Like champagne of beer in the worst. Like it's the worst quality of champagne. It's just strictly the bubbly.
The unruly part of champagne.